For me, technology means you can dream, you can imagine concepts with the confidence that you can bring them to life.
Knowing how to code makes me feel independent, creative, and empowered.
For me, technology means solving real-world problems. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world to me, knowing that I'm making an impact.
Computer science is positively challenging, creative, fun, and collaborative.
The technology has empowered me, my life, my family, and my community. And I love that I get to design now the technology that the world will use in the future.
I want to be a Technolochica because I want to show girls in my community that technology is not only a career that they should pursue, but that they can pursue it and succeed in it.
I am a product of the people who came before me. I believe that in me pursuing a degree in engineering allows us to make a difference that maybe those who came before us were unable to make because there was a lack of resources or they did not have access to the same opportunities that we have.
The future in technology for girls is bright. When we include women in the creation of technology, we can create tools that are more inclusive and efficient for everyone. My wish for Latinas is that they will break the stereotypes and share all their talent with the world.
But I also want to make sure that there's representation out there, that other girls are able to look at people that look like them and say, I want to have that job, I want to have that career.
Remember that you're not alone. There are girls out there that are already, in the engineering field doing computer science.
Success to me means not succeeding alone. I want to succeed with my friends, my family, and my coworkers.
Without unique voices, we're never going to reach innovative solutions that are going to bring us to the next biggest thing.
One thing that motivates me every morning is the fact that I have the ability to change this world for the better.
Technology provides me the tools to change the world. I'm a Latina and I love technology.
Aww. So heartwarming to see the video. We filmed all these videos about a year ago, and they launched in January. So it's always nice to be able to see all the Technolochicas that came together and put this through.
Okay, did y'all see that video? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, can you hear? Okay, yeah. I totally lost this tab. Okay, awesome. We have 7 people now. Welcome. Please put your name in the chat. Where you go to school, and then one of the questions is, what's a problem you would like to solve? So I've heard this at a conference I went to. Instead of asking, our students what career do you want, instead we're asking them what problem you would like to solve, and then we can see what careers are out there that you can possibly solve this problem with. So yeah, put in the chat. What is that thing that drives you? All right, so we're gonna get started. So as you saw the Technolochica video, I think, how many of you are there? 6? Let's see, I think your mic might be off. 5?
This year, I think we were 6.
It was 6.
It was 6? Okay, awesome. Okay. And we get to have 2 of them here, so we are very lucky. When I met them the first time, I was totally if there were artists out there oh my god, look at them. So here we have 2 of them with us. So we'll go ahead and start with Anna. Your name starts with A, so let's go up the order. So Anna, you can go ahead and start first.
Yes. So actually we put a little bit slides together so it's easier to share a little bit about our story. So I'm going to start with sharing that now. Sweet. So thank you all for coming to today's breakout session. We're really excited to be here. First, we wanted to touch a little bit base on what Technolochicas is. Technolochicas is an organization to get more Latinas to pursue careers in technology, whether that's science, technology, engineering, math, art, sciences. We strongly believe that if you can't see representation out there in the industry, it's going to be hard for you to see yourself in these jobs. So with that, I get to introduce myself. My name is Ana Margarita Medina. I was born and raised in Costa Rica. My parents are from Nicaragua. I grew up in Miami. I moved to the United States at the age of 9. And for the last 6 years, I've been residing in California. So I'm right now living in San Francisco, so just 8 hours away from San Diego, I think, something like that. I work at a startup as a senior chaos engineer. That means I kind of cause chaos in systems with the purpose of trying to make the internet more reliable. So I pioneer a space called chaos engineering, where you're injecting failure into your data center, your applications, in order to make them better the next time around. I got a chance to start coding at a really young age. I found code at the age of 13 and I started building websites, realized that it was so fun to put code together. And I was also inclined to pursue design. So I started doing graphic design and web design, and all of a sudden I had a freelance business. And that really started to lay out what the career path was going to be for me. So I decided to pursue computer science. I went to community college in Miami, Florida. Miami-Dade College was my school of choice. And I also decided to transfer schools after community college. And I came out to University of California, Santa Cruz. All this was for the purpose of studying computer science, computer engineering. I was really, really excited about this field. But while I was going through college and I had been going through high school, I had actually already gotten jobs in this space. So many companies had gone to me and been like, hey, Anna, you can start working as an engineer today. You don't need to finish your bachelor's. But coming from a Latina household, getting that paper degree is something really, really important. So I always had that conflict of like, I need to get my degree, but I am also turning down job offers right now. So things kind of lined up in a way that I decided to leave school just because I was really depressed. I wasn't happy, and there was a job offer waiting for me. So I am a proud college dropout. Since I did teach myself how to code, I was able to kind of figure it all out. Everyone's path into their career, their job is going to look very different. And now I get to do a whole bunch of stuff. And with the pandemic, of course, I'm working remotely. So this is my little home office. A lot of my job is around building programs that educate engineers on how to build systems more reliable. I also lead a lot of training for our customers, for conferences. So a lot of my job is actually public speaking and doing things like that. I have a huge passion for giving back to the community, which is something Technolochica enables me to do with things like this. But I also love just getting involved with other organizations that are trying to bring more diversity into technology. And with that, I would love to also present the other Technolochica we have here with us, Diana.
Thanks, Anna. Isn't she great? She's so cool. Yeah, so my name is Diana Calderon Sanchez. That's actually my middle name. My parents kind of messed up my name when I was born, but that's a story for another time. I am 100% Mexican, and my parents immigrated from Mexico, like in the 90s, and we were born here. So I am also a first-generation high school and college graduate. I actually think I'm the first-generation high school student in general. I am the middle child, but eldest daughter. My brother actually flunked the first grade, so we've been together since first grade. And I tell him, technically, you're older, but I walked the stage first. So I don't know. I feel like my little sister kind of looks up to me instead of him, just because I technically graduated first. I grew up loving math and science. But if I'm being super honest with you guys, I felt really lost in terms of what career I wanted to pursue, because I wanted to be a lot of things, and these were my top 3. I think I watched too much Criminal Minds, so I really wanted to be like a criminal investigator. And sometimes I still think about it, if I'm being honest. I wanted to be a lawyer since I was like 4. I thought I could be multiple things, if I'm being fair. And I also looked into accounting because, again, I really love math. Anyway, when I was a high school senior, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I applied to like 10 colleges. I got 9 acceptances, and I was like, you know what? I don't even have the money for it. So I'm just going to go to community college. And honestly, that was the best decision I could have made, because it gave me a lot of opportunities that I didn't think community college students had. For example, my last semester, first of all, I didn't know you could go to community college and not get an associate's degree. I thought everybody got an associate's degree. So I didn't learn that until I graduated already. Um, and my last semester, I did two really cool things. NASA has this program with community college students where you can design rovers, and sometimes they'll send you down to different facilities and you compete using, I forgot what they're called, but basically you make mini rovers on teams and you compete for a first place win. The year I went, the author of The Martian was there, and I met him, but I have no proof to show you guys. But I promise he was there in Houston. And I also interned for a representative in the state of Texas. So I went down to Austin for a bit and I interned with her. But yeah, like I didn't think community college would actually benefit me more than just my regular degree. And then from there, I transferred over to Southern Methodist University. Oh, I didn't mention I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm still actually in my parents' house. So yeah, I went to SMU. It's like 20 minutes away from my house, and I got basically a full ride. I didn't live there, but they covered my tuition, and that school is expensive because it's a private school. So I was lucky enough to get a scholarship that covered 5 semesters, and within those 5 semesters, I managed to get a bachelor's, a master's, and a minor. So I really soaked up as much as I could. So yeah, like when I was at SMU, I noticed that it was predominantly white, and I was like, that's fair, right? Because it's a private school, I guess. But I really realized, like, there's a lot of smart people out there, but maybe they're not given the opportunities to come in and join these types of schools. So I think that's where I really got passionate about trying to diversify engineering. Also, computer science with women, because in my computer science classes, I had like 2 girls max. Sometimes I was the only one. So I think that should change because it's really fun. After SMU, I applied to a couple of companies, but now I work for AT&T, and it's more than just cell phones. I worked on tools for technicians. I work on tools for retail stores, but it's really fun. I'm on a user experience team, so my team is not actually, there's like 8 developers. It's mostly designers. So if you like art or photography, that kind of thing, you can work in technology. You don't have to just code, but coding's really fun in my opinion. Like I minor in computer science, but honestly, those were my favorite classes. I think my favorite project was this Pokemon card game that I made. Super simple C++ program, but I think that's the project that I was like, oh, I really want to do this for a living. So now I work on a team with designers and researchers. And actually, one of my mentors studied photography in college. So you really can do anything and be included in a technology field. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Thanks, Anna.
Oh, Laura, you're on mute.
But now you can all hear me.
Oh,
Thank you
yes.
so much for introducing yourself. You both have very, very amazing stories and unique, paths, and we still, look where you're at, very successful. Let's